back to the channel. So I was reading over there on the GRB Snark page, and they had this post, and it was about something that the Good Wives Network, Fancy, had, I guess, messaged someone or met someone, and they talked about that her daughter had autism and was in a group that was going to the zoo. And this was back whenever Gypsy was younger and her mom was still alive. And so this lady's daughter was going to the zoo, and her and her daughter was in Dee Dee and Gypsy's group. And I don't remember how the story goes. Something about the girl was asking her, how did she get her voice to do like that? And then Gypsy had threatened her. But I've got the text messages from that lady and Fancy of the Good Wives Network. Hold on, I'm gonna let you see it. Gypsy threatened my 8-year-old daughter with autism by saying she would use her thumbs to push her eyeballs to the back of her head. She did this in a normal voice before Mom was murdered. The Good Wives Network said, "Where and when did this happen?" Then this lady said, "We were at a community outing for families with kids with disabilities at Dickinson Zoo in Springfield, Missouri. Gypsy was in my daughter's group." And guys, I could see Gypsy doing something like that. Couldn't you? Because she really is a mean girl. I mean, she is the kind that would have a little tantrum if she didn't get her way. But when this came out, I mean, to me it was unbelievable. And I remember Fancy talking about it, and this little girl was just, she was scared to death of Gypsy. But from my understanding, this is just one of the stories of what Gypsy has done to the kids. And you got to remember, when she did this was when Gypsy, I mean, she was at least 14. Think about it. She was 14 when she came from Louisiana to Missouri. So she was over 14 years of age. I mean, she may have even been an adult, because I don't know what year this happened. For her to do that to an autistic child, what I've always wondered, why hasn't more people came out? And I'm guessing they haven't come out because, especially in the beginning, when all of this stuff first happened, Gypsy was like the little darling of Missouri, of that area. And could you imagine Gypsy doing that to your child, and the real person behind that lie? And you would think that more of her neighbors would come on out and tell the truth, because there's got to be more people from back then that knows the real Gypsy. And I just wish more would come out and tell the truth of how she really was, how she treated her mom, how she got along with others. Because, Gypsy will say, "Oh, my mom kept me away from other kids. I didn't get to see many people." But we all know that's a lie. You see pictures of her going to Disney. She was at parks. She was at zoos. So you know that she went other places. you know she wasn't just locked in her house and not seeing anybody. But I wish more people that knew the real her would come on out and tell their story of how she treated either their kids or her own mother. To me, that would be interesting to see what other people's take of her from back then was. And even her old neighbor, that they blamed those dirty pictures that she sent to her dad. I forgot what her name is now, but I would love to hear her story. And because you know that back when this all happened, they wasn't going to be believed, because everybody thought that Gypsy was such a victim. And now that it's all came out that it's Gypsy lied about it all, I wish more people would come out so we could hear more of the stories. Guys, tell me what you think in the comments. I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon.